5 years ago, Francois Lafortune launched a hybrid venture fund and studio with a bold promise. It would have a 100% success rate with its startups. The former founder of residential service platform Vitas.net, and his friend Paul Desmarais III, now co-founder, didn't understand why the current venture model accounted for an 80% failure rate while, at the same time, large institutions struggled to innovate from within. We thought, why don't we create a platform where we would bring the best of both worlds? Lafortune, whose name is French for the wealth, tells Forbes. We would bring the competitive advantage, the network and the capital that large groups can have, and put that in the hands of entrepreneurs that don't have a legacy system. The pair launched Montreal-based Diagram Ventures in 2016, a platform that incubates and funds startups while bringing in outside founders to build the company. While the concept of launching a venture studio is not reinventing the wheel, Diagram looks to bring a slightly different approach by internally founding a company before even tapping its curated CEO network. Diagram leads each company's seed round and then continues to work as a member of the founding team from there. The founders, we are really in the tent with them, Lafortune says. They don't need to impress us. They haven't pitched us their business, we created it with them. It makes for a very different relationship because we are a true partner from the start. However, Diagram became hindered by its own success, and 5 years in realized it didn't have the funds to invest in its successful startups beyond the Series A stage, which is why it raised its first opportunity fund, as originally reported in the Midas Touch newsletter. Diagram raised $120 million Canadian dollars for the vehicle, cruising above its original $80 million Canadian dollars to $100 million Canadian dollars target range. The fund was anchored by alternative asset manager Sagard Holdings, with participation from family offices and high net worth individuals including billionaire philanthropist John MacBain and serial entrepreneur Razor Suleman, among others. Lafortune says it was pretty easy for them to collect the capital because investors like its strategy of de-risking companies before they launch. The Diagram company lifecycle begins with a months-long research process into trends and market themes. ESG adoption and telemedicine are both recent growth areas. The team then starts generating potential company ideas and gathering feedback from corporations and players in those domains, actively chipping away at its list of ideas until the majority have been eliminated. It's a very high bar and a high failure rate, but then what comes out of this is a lot of conviction behind a few ideas that we thoroughly validated, Lafortune says. Sometimes we already have clients lined up saying, hey, if you build this we will buy it.